We live.
If you come over here, you have to turn your tablet all the way down. Turn your tablet down.
That's how we start.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Turn it down and you can come over here. Tell her what I'm saying.
What you want, man?
She wants to come over here.
Pull your chair right here. Pull your
She
chair
wants to
right here.
sit with me.
Come on. Let me see your tablet. Let me see your tablet.
Good morning, Sharon.
Come on.
Happy Saturday. Thank God it's Saturday. Come here, Lily. Lily wants to sit with me, but her tablet is up at full volume. So I don't want September playing in the background because she keep going back to that song.
Here.
All right, come on, Lily.
All right.
Hold your mug as she
Hold
walks
my beer.
past. Okay, this is a little too loud. Okay,
Oh,
come on.
so good morning, Sharon. Man, so welcome to the coffee break. Once again, this
Mhm.
Saturday morning. Thank you for joining us. We have
You scared
quite a
me.
bit to talk about this morning. Not really, but yeah. There's a lot of stuff happened, but it's not a lot of stuff that interests me this week. Um, what you want to start with?
We start with how our lives left last week.
So yeah, so we went to Chattanooga. Was it Saturday?
Yeah, we got off the coffee break and we packed up the car, drove up to Tennessee. Spent
You the only
time with
10 I see.
some family members, and right before we got ready to come back, Lily got I don't even want to say got sick.
Lily start throwing up.
Yeah, Lily wasn't feeling well. We got back to Georgia, decided that we wouldn't go straight home. We would just take her to the urgent care. Got to the urgent care and we got rushed to the emergency room from urgent care and got admitted to the
Well,
hospital.
really, it wasn't a rush. It was kind of like, hey, y'all need to go to emergency.
No, she was like, don't go anywhere else. Go straight there. She was like, we're not going to transport you guys, but I've already called them and told them you're on the way.
Yeah.
So, that was Sunday night. Lily got admitted to the hospital and she stayed there until Wednesday. Um, tag you're it. Got home Wednesday afternoon. Her doctors cleared her to go back to school. Okay, Lily. Her doctors, you said a hug, not a hug and a kiss. Okay, you gave me a kiss. We got home on Wednesday. She was cleared to go to school on Thursday. Um, Friday, she won Student of the Month, which we knew about prior to
Mm-hmm.
last week, Saturday, that she was going to get Student of the Month. But it's just been a whirlwind of a week with a 3-day hospitalization.
Mm-hmm.
But getting the infection completely out of her bone. Did he say it actually was in the bone?
Nah, it was going towards it.
Okay. So getting the infection out, and she's just on antibiotics for a few weeks, and then we should see the light at the ending of the tunnel. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
You said nothing. That's why I
Yeah,
had
like I
to
mean, like
engage
it's
you.
nothing for me to add to it. I'm just
Okay,
kind of
pick
like,
something else.
yeah, that's what happened, man. The hospital stay was pretty good. I don't like staying in hospitals though.
Tommy was quite the trooper as there was not enough room for the four of us to stay in the hospital. So he spent the night with Lily every night, and I just came back in the mornings. So Quad could sleep at home,
Yeah.
not in
So
his bed.
yeah.
No, not his bed. He slept with me. But yeah, so past that, good morning, J Dub, and good morning, Linda.
Good morning,
And
everybody.
thank you for the Lily is all right. She is definitely all right. Actually, like she was
Lily
back
was,
to normal on Monday
yeah, Lily was fine that
as
Monday.
far as her personality was concerned. Um, she was just getting IVs of her antibiotics every 6 hours.
Hmm.
So that was pretty much our stay. I don't think she ever had a fever. She did have an elevated heart rate when we first got in there. Very, very lethargic, vomit for I think by the time she got to the hospital, she stopped vomiting, right? The
Yeah,
last vomit was at urgent care.
yeah,
So yeah, just interested to see what this is gonna cost us. That's
yeah. Me too. Me
that's as
too.
far as we are. But thank God she's much better. Um and yeah, that's where we are.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about it.
Feel like
Tupac
we have a kid update, a Deion Sanders update.
and Tupac update.
You know, well, this isn't Tupac's not every week. I'm saying a kid update is every week, and a Deion
Deion
Sanders
Sanders.
update is every week.
I'm it. I am it. What do you want to talk about next? Deion Sanders, or you want to talk about
You go wherever you want to go.
Well, let's go ahead and get the update out the way for Colorado football.
Mm-hmm.
They got murderized last week.
I don't even remember the score. What did she just do? What did she do?
She stuck her finger in my collar. Thank you, Lily.
Okay, Lily. He's
Yeah.
Sit down.
Dang, man.
Guess you gonna have whatever
I
kid
don't want.
germ
I
she
don't want to
got.
drink it now.
You want mine?
He said, "Go Ducks." Nah, I don't want yours. What? Um, the score was like 40 something to 6, and man, they got beat bad. Um, I like Oregon's coach and his way of motivating his team because he was like, their Cinderella story is over. Like for the people that been watching, keep watching. Like he was going in on them. The thing that stands out the most from Oregon's coach or what he said was to motivate his team was what did he say? We play for win. No, he was like, they play for clicks. We play for wins. I was like, I can see where you're going with that. But I just think Deion Sanders himself bring is that type of star, you know, that brings the attention wherever he goes because it's prime time, right? So even in his coaching days where he's not on the field, it's still what he brings to the table, and everybody just like it's gonna draw attention. Everybody's interested in seeing what he does, and stuff like that. He doesn't have a bad team,
Right.
right? He has a team full of like players, like good players,
Mm-hmm.
and you know,
I bet a lot of these kids never thought they was gonna be in Colorado though.
absolutely not. A lot of them Florida, like he got a lot of kids from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of his kids are from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, and like for a team to go 1-11 or whatever, to like to win one game last year and be the worst team in the last 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
For them to be 3-1 right now,
Mm-hmm.
and the attention, like, because Undisputed was in Colorado. I think College Game Day may be in Colorado this week again. I know they were there last week for that game. It's like nobody's been looking for a Colorado team. So to see them and where they are now,
Colorado has never been on my list of places to watch a football game.
it has not. And now I'm like, man, dude, we was gonna go.
Not we,
Nah,
you.
like me and my guys was gonna
Yeah.
go. You know, and that's that prime effect.
Mhm.
You know,
I still want to go to Colorado, but I want to go for.
yeah, like
I want to go ski.
I want to go to Colorado. You know, just
Mm.
because of what beauty it brings to like itself, Colorado itself. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but that's just a bonus to see that, and just to see his reaction too what people are saying about him.
Hmm.
It's like it's almost as if you want to hate on him, right? But
Yeah.
you can't because he has a point.
A letter from off of her
You
cup.
just finding
Let
stuff
me
in
tell
there.
you, I tried to really be like good creative mom with my Cricut and all of her school supplies. And she'd be like, "Why is my name on here?" And be peeling it off letter by letter.
Mm-mm. Don't need this. Man, them tickets like they've made I think he said $90 million since the start of the season
Yeah. Her feet make me so
for the
nervous
school.
right here. Yeah, I know. It's one thing that he has done. Lily, please stop extending your feet towards these cups. Um
Yeah, I think
one of the things that he has definitely done is got fans in the seats.
hmm
Um or I shouldn't even say fans, people,
yeah,
because a lot of these people are not fans of the team, nor do they care about the team. They just want to be able to say that they witnessed it
yeah,
in person.
yeah. It
Like,
just
were you there? It's one of those things.
it's funny because I think about for 2 weeks straight
Mm-hmm.
they rushed the field
Mm-hmm.
when they beat. I think it was Nebraska they beat and somebody else they beat on their field.
That's something I've never gotten to do.
I never wanted to. They rushed the field, but they're charged. I think they might get charged or something for that. But nobody said anything about getting charged.
Remember at UT when they tore down the goalposts?
They see you got to pay for that
That's
to
what I'm
get it
saying.
put back up, but it's you're not
Well, I
supposed to.
mean, athletics has that
Yeah,
money.
yeah, yeah,
Like, let's not, especially like athletics is even different from when we were in school because those kids have to pay for football games. We
yeah.
didn't
No, we did.
at the ending.
Yeah,
And I stopped going when they was like ninety
yeah. I
dollars a
stopped going
season.
because we was like
Exactly.
mediocre at best.
Exactly. But I mean, all it's gonna be is some boosters.
Yeah.
They gonna put out like UT did the equivalent of a GoFundMe for the goalpost.
Mm-hmm.
And people really gave money. Like I
They
know
did.
people that gave money.
I didn't.
I shared it, but I didn't
I
give
was
an
like, bump that.
opinion.
I was like, I ain't go out on the field.
No, it's not there.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see how this week's game goes.
Yeah, they
Not.
play USC this week, so another big game.
Mhm.
The expectation I know from Colorado is to win, but just the caliber of team, I didn't expect Colorado to get beat the way that they got beat, but I
Mhm.
didn't expect them to win.
Right.
Did I want them to win? Of course. I think their team is good, but I hate that Travis Hunter. And speaking of Travis Hunter, I have to commend him on his personality. I don't know what she doing.
It's
Um,
like it's not a scratch. She just like hitting
yeah.
it. I'm not
Um,
talking about you. Come
Travis Hunter
on.
got put out the game when they played Colorado State
Hmm.
from a lacerated something. Something's lacerated on him.
Okay.
And this week, the guy that hit him was getting death threats and all this stuff. And this week, he met up with him and like went bowling.
Hmm.
Just so like because he was getting a bad rap on a dirty hit, we would consider,
Hmm.
right? Some people would be like, it's just a part of the game, woo, woo, woo. But I think he could have pumped the brakes on that, you know,
Hmm.
personally. But I thought it was commendable that he like was like, hey man, y'all pump your brakes on this. This dude is a good dude, and they met up with each other, went bowling, and talked with each other about certain things. And I didn't watch the whole video, but I thought that was commendable.
Hmm.
Like, hey man, he getting this flack for hitting me, but I'm all good. It is what it is. Good morning, high vibe.
Good morning.
Um, but yeah, man, I think
Tommy has been sharing this post for three and a half
I
minutes
have.
now.
I can't talk and type at the same time, man. It's certain things I know about myself that I struggle with, and that's one of them. It's like rubbing your stomach and patting your head at the same time. I have to get a running start on one of them. I'm a
You be
run.
like this,
Yeah, yep. That's it.
and then add
And
the
then
other
gotta add
hand.
the. I can't just start it at the same time.
I would just be like this. I wouldn't be patting. I mean,
Um.
rubbing. I'd just be patting.
Oh man, but no, I think Colorado. What Deion Sanders is doing, I think is great. I think they're headed in the right direction.
Hmm.
He says they're not where he wants them to be, but I think they look pretty good.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm curious to know how much time Shiloh has left in college football. So that's
Hmm.
what.
Shiloh's not his favorite.
Nah,
Mhm. If I don't know anything else about Dion, I
you
know
know Shiloh's not the favorite.
Shiloh's not his favorite.
But
Not
anyway,
saying Shiloh is his least favorite. I'm just
yeah,
saying that's not his
that's
favorite.
not his favorite. Um,
He has to always he'll talk about Shador like 3 or 4 times, and then
yeah.
he'll be like, and Shiloh. Like, oh yeah, I do have another son that's playing for
Is
me.
it okay to have a favorite child?
No, it's not okay. Even though we know that it happens.
Yeah, it's hey, it's so funny. Me and my Carlos was talking.
Hmm.
I was like, yeah, you was Laura's favorite,
Hmm.
and then I was a close second. I was like,
Hmm.
it was close. Like it wasn't no just blowout favorite and then me. It was close,
Hmm.
you know. But you was her first, and I was her, middle grandchild. But I was close,
Hmm.
you know. Um, what else we got on this list, man? Murder suspect arrested for Tupac's death.
I'm just trying to figure out. This dude has been saying he was there since the 90s,
Yeah.
and nobody ever was like,
So
he got something to do with
yeah,
it. He was an accessory to the murder.
yeah,
I'ma just put you in jail for the murder.
right.
Since you don't want to say who did it and you put yourself in the car,
Yeah. Artika has a favorite child. I ain't. That's all I'm gonna say.
you think Quad is my favorite child? Is that what you think?
I ain't saying nothing,
Is
man.
that what you
I
think?
ain't saying what you think.
I'm asking. I understand why you say that.
Why?
Because he's the baby.
Yeah. I don't say anything. I just say
You're
you have
saying
a
it right
favorite.
now.
You have a favorite. I ain't saying who.
He's the baby. And he be tripping too.
That's so funny, man. Um,
I'm gonna be like, what was Loretta Devine's character on this Christmas? My favorite who is whoever I'm talking to at this moment.
what if you was talking to both of them?
They both are my favorite. They're my favorite son and daughter.
That's true. We need a tiebreaker.
Who gonna be pregnant with that?
I don't know.
What you look at me that hard for?
Yeah. So yesterday, um, what's his
And he was
name?
the uncle of the person Tupac assaulted.
Yeah,
I can't click to make the
Keefe
thing.
Keefe D was his name.
It's government Keith.
Yeah, I don't know what his government is. Good morning, D Brown. So yesterday they arrested. I know back in July they had did a search
His
warrant.
name is Dwayne Keith Davis.
Uh they call him Keefe D.
Yeah, probably because people was
Um,
like Keith.
Lorenz Tate brother played him on and I like it took me so like I found that out maybe last year
Played him in what?
in the movie where they were trying to discover who killed Tupac and
Did
Biggie.
I see that movie?
I don't know if you did or not, but it's like a couple movies like that.
J Dub is judging my who's gonna be pregnant with that.
Yeah,
I can't even call it the baby because I don't want it to.
yeah.
I don't want. She patting her head in her chest. I guess
She was listening at
she
some
was
point.
caught back up on that.
So yeah, they arrested him yesterday. Um, so now I'm like, they should arrest to figure out who killed Biggie. I've heard Diddy's name come up in this.
They said Diddy paid somebody $1 million to do it.
Was it him though? Like, cause it's all like, first off,
Is this why people Diddy's giving people they masters back?
I don't know. I don't know. What if it is? Like, what if Diddy really did have, like, that would have been stupid.
Would it have been?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying yes, it would be stupid, but did he know that he was gonna be who he is today?
Yes, he was dead. He was who he is dead.
Different though.
Diddy, the only thing that changed about Diddy was his tax bracket. And I
That's what
don't
I'm talking about.
like, but he was who Diddy is then,
Hmm.
you know, all in the video.
And look at people ending up on death row.
um, yeah, that's the documentary, The Dark Side of Diddy.
Put it together.
I got it. I got
I
it.
work on the storyboard.
Man,
That's my job.
right, man.
Storyboard extraordinaire.
But like, I'm kind of like, it's crazy because they were like, they knew, like, this guy Keefe D like admitted to um like basically being in the car back in the 90s, and I don't know how he was out of jail for that long by saying, "Hey, I was in the car, but street code, I ain't telling you who shot, who killed him, or who." And they knew who was in the car with him.
Yeah, I just feel like this was what is the correct way to say this? I don't understand how this has gone this far and we're still having new information come up. Cuz the people that was working for the LAPD back then have retired.
Or have been fired and put in jail, like, because, like,
No, I'm not talking about associated with this case, just in general. How
yeah,
many years ago was 98?
at least 20.
Right. So if it's a rookie cop, a lot of those people aren't even still working for LAPD anymore. So it's just like your average time with the company. Well, I'm gonna say your average time, but like you work 30 years somewhere,
Yeah,
you gone,
yeah.
and they wouldn't put a rookie cop on this case. So
Somebody would
them
just
people
have to
don't
be
work there no more.
somebody would just have to be a fan of Tupac. Be like, man, I'm finna open this case, but not like the case. I don't think the case was ever closed.
No, it wouldn't. No, I'm saying 98 because that's when he started saying that
Yeah.
he was in the car. Was in 98.
Um.
He said he was in the he was a front seat passenger. So if you was a front seat passenger, you know who else was in the other seats.
Yeah.
And there is no way that you are going around telling this story since 98 that you were a front seat passenger in this car.
So basically, what they're saying is everything started from, like, he was a Crip and Suge Knight's a Blood. So they trying to make it was gang related.
Mhm.
The fight that happened when they were leaving the Tyson fight, like, it was some type of gang, like, fight. Somebody, like, it was a lot of people against one person
Mhm.
at a fight. Leaving, and Tupac was a part of it. Um, yeah, like the Keefe D guy was a Crip, and
Mhm.
they're saying he was a head Crip.
And that's what I'm saying, J Dub. Like, there's enough to charge you with murder if you're putting yourself in the car.
Yeah, like you did, like, like like, in what world can you say I was there? I was in the car where they killed him.
But it wasn't me though.
Street
But I
code,
can't tell you who it
street
was.
code. I can't say nothing. And you walking today, like,
Right.
you just not getting arrested from a 30-year murder. You're like, come on, man,
What?
murder investigation.
What's wrong?
So I
What's
don't know
wrong?
how this
It
man,
hurt.
like, stayed out of jail for so long and then was able to say,
Don't please
and
don't do that.
they were like basically
Don't
saying,
do
hey,
that.
he was in the car. Like, I don't get that. Um, he lived his life. Like, I think
Right.
he's 60 some years old now,
They say he got cancer or something. That's why
and
he
that's
was
why
like,
he's like, hey, I did it, or like, this is what happened. Um, so it seems like it was a retaliation thing from them beating up his nephew. I
mhm.
think that's what Doug was saying earlier.
Everybody's dead that was at the shooting,
I don't.
except for two
Yeah, I was
people.
gonna say no. Like, who's the other two?
Him being one.
Oh, and Suge Knight.
Uh-uh.
Who?
The guy that was driving Tupac.
Suge Knight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I'm like, no, yes. Tupac has
Oh
been
yeah.
dead longer
At
than
this
he's been
point,
alive. Yeah,
yeah,
because he was like what,
he's
24?
25.
Oh, I was gonna say
He's
24.
25.
I knew
Eh,
he was very young. And it's amazing. Like, of course, I used to listen to the double disc Tupac album
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how much music he put out in that short time of his life.
Yeah. Like and the thing is, man, Tupac and Biggie, like they're tied together basically,
Hmm.
right? And you can't talk about one without the other. For in my book, and it's
Hmm.
always gonna be a Tupac or Biggie conversation. Growing
Go check on quiet. Go check on quiet.
growing up, I was a Tupac fan, right?
Hmm.
It wasn't until I matured. Okay. It wasn't until my ear matured and I became a huge Biggie fan.
Hmm.
Like more than Tupac. I still think Tupac made great music, but I think Biggie was a better storyteller for me,
Hmm.
right? Um, and just being able to make that difference. Like I think both of them were killed before we got some of their greatest music. Or seen like with Tupac, seen some of his greatest movies,
Hmm.
you know. Um, and that's just been two unsolved mysteries of our lifetime. Like it's one of the biggest, two of the biggest
Okay.
murders in
Will
the
you sit
in
in there
hip
with
hop.
him?
Yes. Here, come get it. Um, but yeah, man, they caught him. I just don't. It's crazy because it seems like everything comes out. You welcome. Everything comes out the blue when this happens. You know, it's
Hmm.
like, oh snap! Guess what, guys? We arrested the guy that killed Tupac.
Yeah, like it's just that's crazy to me that we're 25 years out from this. Yes, come get it. Yes, Um, it's 25 years since he started saying he was in the car. 27 since the actual
You
murder,
welcome.
right?
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me still. Like I'm still standing on that this man had not gone to, it took 27 years or I've leniency 25 years to go to jail.
Okay. So they're saying, in 2009, he told a former police detective that he had like basically confessed to a role in the shooting,
Hmm.
and this happened in 2009. His statement couldn't be used as evidence because it was made under a proffer agreement.
A who?
A proffer agreement. A proffer is an agreement in which a suspect agrees to provide potentially useful information in an investigation, but the statements made generally cannot be used as evidence against the suspect.
So basically it's, but okay, that was in 2009 though, but if he's been saying this since 98 still.
Yeah, I don't know what happened because he went on BET and said it.
He had an interview with DJ Glad.
I don't know if it was DJ Glad, but he was on BET saying I was in the car.
I heard 307 Crips killed Tupac and Biggie was behind. Oh wait, that didn't say Biggie. That said Biggie. Let me pull this computer over here so I can read it on this screen.
And Diddy was behind Biggie's murder.
All right.
Man, that's
Killed Tupac, and Diddy was behind Biggie's murder over money and tried to use East Coast and West Coast beef.
how does I
There are
don't
so many conspiracy
yeah.
theories about their murders. I don't. I
It's
know
like
that
what do you believe?
there's gonna be a new updated movie. Good morning.
Hey, mama.
There's gonna be a new updated movie. I already can like people got nothing but time and opportunity right now.
Yeah.
Especially if
Mhm.
you had already had some research done in
Yeah.
it, you can just take your stuff and update it. But something new is gonna come out about this to provide more insight um with this additional information. But I don't honestly know what like how we got here and how we couldn't have been here prior to now.
Hmm.
Yes, they have him under investigation now and his old bodyguard snitching. That's interesting. Suge was messing with Misa. I could see that
Who
being
is
a
Misa?
thing. Misa is Diddy's which one of Diddy's kids' mama? Um Justin. Misa is Justin's mama.
Oh, okay. So they said this dude has made a memoir
Mm-hmm.
about like
Like I saw that when I was reading through the article this
it's like
morning.
goodness, man. He just didn't care at this point.
And again.
No, college game day is in Durham, North Carolina.
Oh, okay. That's up the street. They took a family portrait. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
See, there are so many things about this that I don't know. I was also a kid when this happened.
Yeah, of course, of course. Like we was just like as children, we just oh man, they were killed.
Like I think the first celebrity death, and it wasn't obviously a murder, that I remember and impacted me, like because I remember it happening, was Aaliyah. That wasn't until like what, 01?
Yeah. And when did Left Eye die? What
Yeah,
happened with her?
Aaliyah
She was in a
in a car accident in Honduras.
yeah.
Aaliyah died in 2001,
He said I
and
was
Left Eye died in 02.
okay. Yeah, I knew it was close to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It was August 25th for Aaliyah and April 25th for Left Eye.
yeah. It's just crazy like our perspective on things from children to adulthood because um even the OJ case is a big one for me. I was so happy that they brought the documentary out, ESPN did, and they did all this stuff
What's
because
always so funny is when like stuff that you don't really remember that well
yeah,
happens. You call my mama and ask questions.
right, because that's the only one I can go. Like it because I remember it happening, right? I remember the Bronco chase,
Hmm.
but then as like I don't remember anything else.
You don't understand how big that
Right,
was
right,
because it was on TV. It didn't happen down the street or
right.
anything.
And so it's like, oh snap. And then I didn't realize how big OJ was,
I didn't either.
you know? And
Oh,
the,
Orenthal.
yeah. So it's like really like not knowing how big OJ was.
My cousin's OJ bumper sticker is funny.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is. Uh only seeing really or only key moments, right? The
Mhm.
Bronco chase, and if the glove don't fit, you
You must
must
have
have
quit.
quit.
I wonder if OJ would get one of them new Broncos.
He can't.
The jokes would just write themselves.
Man, he cannot, and Broncos will probably lose so much money
I
because
think
of it.
that's why they stopped making them.
It is
Like
like nobody's about to buy a Bronco now
I just wouldn't
because
buy a white one.
um they nice though.
They are. My cousin's is nice. I looked at
Yeah.
hers.
Um, but yeah, man, like big things like that happening when we were children, it's like a different effect today
Mm-hmm.
because like we like hearing about Tupac and then 6 months later Biggie, we don't put
6 months later, as a kid,
it's forever.
it's like 2 years.
Yeah,
Hey, those have nothing to do with each other.
yeah.
Okay, can't say the word Bronco.
Man, it's tough. It's tough. Like,
Mm-mm.
you know.
OJ better not say nothing. You might not even need to say white.
Man, he be tripping though, man.
He does. Well, he's been quiet lately.
He said something. What was the last thing that he talked about? That he said something. I was like, OJ, you need to hush. Just live out your last
You
days.
trying to kill the man
Right,
off your
right. I
last
ain't
few
trying.
days.
Right, but nah, live out your last days in peace and be with your family, whoever still messes with you.
Yeah.
Cause I believe OJ did it. OJ did it. um, but yeah, so like as a kid, just seeing that and hearing that, man, to some of the biggest hip hop artists to ever like in your time,
Hmm.
to live or put out music, man. It was just something else, and it's crazy because I feel like that happened and then the door opened for No Limit.
Hmm.
Like Master P came and kicked the door open because y'all want to kill each other up there with listening to what the South got to say.
Oh,
You had
Percy.
Outkast, the greatest group ever,
You jump.
right? Like I feel like anytime I talk about music, I have to put Outkast in there somewhere.
Mhm.
I'd be talking about country music and be like,
We were actually talking the other day about my desire to run into Andre 3000 playing the flute.
yeah,
So I'm just gonna put that out there that this needs to happen.
yeah,
Next time we go to the Atlanta airport, he
man,
just needs to be there.
man.
And
If we run into Andre three or you run into Andre 3000, the coffee break is gonna be about you running to Andre 3000.
picture it. Hartsfield Jackson. Terminal C.
Man, one nigga outside with his shirt off talking about who else want to mess with
that's
Hollywood.
that's gonna be me. Yelling everything, every
Man,
lyric that comes to the top of
man,
my head at him. Might even do a little dance in front of him playing the flute.
man. He was just I honestly, man, like for me, three stacks. Uh, good
Good
morning.
morning.
Three stacks, big boy. Together are like truly amazing.
Mhm.
Three
They
st-
had me go to East Point to find Helen and Delow.
did they?
Hmm.
Like it's like
Took a picture of it.
today you can
No
listen to
clue where
that
that picture
music and be
is.
like, all right, cool. You know, um, the kids are gonna know who Outkast is.
Hmm.
Um,
Lily dances to Hey Ya.
she does.
Hmm.
Lily dances to everything.
She does. She's definitely her
Like
daddy's daughter.
when she gets up and going with her DJing, because one of them gonna be a DJ.
Okay.
They gonna be Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Okay.
When they get up and going, their Outcast is gonna be like all up in the mix.
Speaking of music,
Yeah.
because I'm moving you along
Oh,
now.
okay. All right. Go ahead.
Usher is going to be the halftime show artist for this Super Bowl.
Hmm.
Kind of excited about this. Sad that we didn't get to go to Vegas. It's just too many logistics involved in having two small kids, one of them being breastfed, and you
Hmm.
wanting to go out of town without them.
It's a tough situation.
It's
Doable, but it's
especially because
tough.
I hate pumping.
Yeah.
So, we'll get to watch this Usher halftime performance. I saw something that said that that he was going to kick off a world tour. I know he's in Europe right now.
Hmm.
But they were saying he's going to kick off a world tour, and
We need to go see him
I
out
want
there
to
in the
see
world.
him in concert. I don't think I've met Usher, but I don't think I've ever seen Usher perform.
I've been to a Usher concert.
Yeah, I know he came to your what
Yeah.
was it, your elementary,
Yep. My middle school.
your middle school.
'Cause he went to my middle school,
Hmm.
which I think is pretty cool.
So he came to Atlanta as a high schooler
Yeah. Or I think he went to. I think he might have did 2 years there
in high school.
in middle school
Mm-hmm.
or a year, something like that. So He was a teenager when he got to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to see if the internet puts him as a
Yeah.
famous alum of any school. So he went to North Springs Charter School here. That's where he graduated from.
Hmm.
So that makes sense. Anywho, excited to see this. I'm wondering if no, he's originally from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
What?
Shex was he from California.
Oh no. No, along with me
And Samuel L.
and
Jackson.
Sam Jack, we some of the more famous people.
We.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they my name like.
Yep.
Hmm.
You are absolutely
You gotta
correct,
claim
Tommy.
it, man. You gotta start
You
saying the things that you want.
you did that.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
My name is huge.
Big.
Bigly, Bigly, Bigly Wiggly. Uh, you know, yeah, we're some of the few. I don't even want to say few. We're some of the famous people that come out of Chattanooga.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Warren G is associated with Chattanooga too.
How?
His
That's where his mama from.
no, his I think his step family is from Chattanooga, or somebody in his family is from Chattanooga. So what was we talking about? Yeah, Usher.
You made this about you.
I did. I don't know how it happens, but it's easy. Look, I have ease talking about myself. It's real easy for me to talk about myself. I think I'm a fine gentleman. I am a good catch.
Oh God. Yeah. So
um, the biggest question that comes up with Usher during the Super Bowl is, does he have enough crossover hits
I
to
ain't trying to cross over.
appease everybody?
I honestly don't want to hear any of his crossover music, but this is coming from
Yeah,
R&B listening Artika.
yeah. But you have to realize what's going on with the music. Somebody pointed it out. Like their things make more sense now. Like, because when they were in Atlanta,
Hmm.
they didn't get an Atlanta artist
Hmm.
to do the Super Bowl
Which I believe they should have because there's a wealth.
of artists here.
And I mean, that's across different genres.
Right. But the thing was, I think with them, they wasn't prepared to do a hip hop um thing, right?
Hmm.
Um because because when you think of Atlanta, you think of hip hop. You don't think of R&B or country or anything else. You literally think of hip hop.
Hmm.
Um you fast forward to now, which I don't know where the Super Bowl is going to be.
It's
It-
gonna be in Vegas.
oh,
It
see?
was supposed to be in New Orleans, but there's a conflict with Mardi Gras.
Okay.
So I think they just flipped it because the next one is gonna be in New Orleans.
Yeah. No, Usher like great pick. Awesome pick to go um do the Super Bowl. Like I think, and it makes sense. Vegas, he's taking over Vegas
Hmm.
now. Let's get him on the Super Bowl.
Right.
People are going to come because they want to see Usher perform.
I just watched clips of someone I follow in Europe at an Usher show. This is like her third or fourth Usher show.
Yeah,
She's done the Vegas one
man, I
twice.
really wanted to go.
And Usher out here on skates. Like this is a show.
Yeah,
So I'm interested to
yeah,
see what it's going to. I know that it'll be very different from last year
mm-hmm,
because or this year I should say because
yeah,
it was at the top of this year because Rihanna was just like I'm gonna go up high and then I'm gonna come down
right.
low
Now I'm gonna let y'all see that I'm prego.
and then I'm gonna go home.
Exactly.
Um, I'm wondering if he's going to bring out other artists
Mm-hmm.
because honestly, I believe he can do it by himself.
Oh yeah.
And I would like to see other artists because that was one of the things about the one that Dr. Dre did.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was so many talents on the screen
Yeah.
because he's had his hand in all of these artists'
Yeah.
careers.
L-
But I think Usher could do it by himself. Really interested to see how this all goes.
Like I think he's gonna have like Doug was saying, it was very intimate. I don't think it can't be that, right? It has to be some of the more jump music that he has, more of the upbeat music that he has. One that keeps in mind, I think Will I Am produce it. Maybe let me hold you
Love
down,
you down.
love you down, whatever. So many ways, that song. Oh my God, I'm so yeah. Finally,
Okay.
finally,
We got it.
say,
We got it.
oh, 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 oh,
And I
oh,
don't like
oh,
that
oh.
song.
I don't, but singing it making me like I see why that was a song.
No, I get it.
It's a fun song to sing,
Yeah, I
not
just,
real fun to listen to.
yeah, I get it, but it's not on my list of things that I want to hear.
No,
Although my favorite Usher song will not be at this show
what's
either.
that?
Here I stand.
Nah, what's the song? I
I
think
also like something special. Also not gonna be there.
he's gonna do his first one when he was
You make me wanna.
is that the clown video where they were like at the circus
I
and
think so.
yeah, that one. What's the one where you like they call me
Nice
USHERRA?
and slow.
Yeah, that one. He's gonna do that one. Um, I want him to do .com, but that's one of his like you gotta find that cut.
Hmm.
Uh
You remind me.
you remind me of yep, that one. Usher has like that tiny desk
Hmm.
has like if you haven't listened to Usher's Tiny Desk, go check it out because it's one of the dopest ones next to Big Boys and Sleepy Browns,
Juvenile.
Juvenile,
I want Juvenile to take that tiny desk on the road.
and I can't wait till it happens.
Like I need that to happen.
Yeah, yeah, that's one big one. It's another one that's in my mind I can't think of. Didn't he do a song with Nicki Minaj?
Little freak.
Yeah, that's probably like the songs that he does are going to be the more upbeat songs.
Mhm.
He's gonna have a couple slow ones, like maybe two or three, but he's gonna do probably like I know it's like 15 minutes or so. He's probably gonna do like 10 to 12 songs. Two of them, maybe two or three of them, maybe the slower, more like intimate songs. But
I'm looking at all the artists that he has collaborated with.
mhm,
So I see Lil Jon and Ludacris, Jeezy, Beyonce, Lil Wayne, of course, Will I Am, Plies, Nicki Minaj, Pitbull, Jay Z.
love in this club.
Hmm.
We gonna make love in this club.
That's the song with
In this club.
Beyonce.
Is it?
Enrique Iglesias.
He's gonna do that.
I don't even know that song.
Exactly.
Rick Ross, another Nicki Minaj, Juicy J, Nas, Young Thug. He can't do that one with him.
Nah.
Future, Black Coffee, Summer Walker, Ella May, um, 21 Savage. Didn't he just do a song with the City Girls?
Yeah. No, I
Diddy gonna
mean like
call in a
us
favor on that one.
like
I don't
the
want to hear
music
Alicia
is
Keys
there.
there.
The music is there, right?
Yep.
So that's no concern. It's just kind of exciting to see what, you know, what he's gonna do. Like what the performance is going to look like because he seems to be a performer.
Hmm.
I don't think he needs to bring anybody. I think if he brings somebody, it takes away from his actual performance.
If he does it, he needs to do somebody like totally out there.
Yeah, like Enrique Iglesias.
No, I'm not meaning that. Like that year that what you call about Missy out.
I don't know.
Who did Missy perform at the Super Bowl with?
Or he needs to bring like how Dr. Dre had all these rappers and then Mary J. Blige came out.
Katy Perry.
Oh yeah,
Just like bring somebody out there that,
Enrique
don't really
Iglesias.
flow. No, but Enrique Iglesias is a big artist. I mean, granted, Missy is a big artist too, but Missy's not putting out music right now.
Yeah,
Somebody like that
yeah,
in that realm.
yeah.
Anywho, what else was there?
The Carly Ray story, or Carly, what's her name?
Russell,
Russell story.
the nurse,
Man,
the
so
nurse that saw the baby on the highway. Have y'all watched it?
we was supposed to watch it too.
We were,
And you was
but
like, when we gonna watch it? I was like,
I knew we didn't have the time to watch it because yesterday, what did I do yesterday? Oh,
I
I
don't
was
know.
back and forth to the school. It's like I dropped Lily off, went back up there for student of the month, left that,
Nah,
had to go pick her up
we just didn't
early.
have the
Yeah.
time.
It was a lot going on yesterday. And we had just found it on Thursday.
Yeah. All
So
right. So on Amazon Prime, the nurse that saw the baby on the highway
and they
is
said that the main character's name is Marley Wilson.
right. The description reads, based on some true events, nursing student Marley Wilson is having problems with her boyfriend and his addiction to strippers. Feeling unwanted, Marley calls 911 to make up a story of being kidnapped by a man and baby on the highway, making problems worse. Um, it's rated a suspense drama. IMDb gave it 2.5 stars, or IMDb 3.9. It's 2.5 stars. 48 minutes. uh, yeah, we're gonna watch it. We are going to watch this.
I don't know when.
I don't either,
The Shaw
but
didn't have a new episode come out, did they?
nah,
I guess we can watch it in during the time that we would have normally watched The Shaw.
you can rent it for $1.99 or buy it for $4.99. I wonder who
Tommy's
produced
gonna
this.
buy
Nah, I'm gonna rent this.
it.
I'm gonna only want to see it once. All right, so Alvin Gray
Why
directed
not
this.
get a new boyfriend? Exactly. Because boyfriends, first off, I didn't have boyfriends.
What did you have?
They never got introduced as my boyfriend. They
Uh,
was always first name only when being introduced to
you
people.
know, man, it was funny, man. Like when I did have a girlfriend, like they got introduced,
Mm-mm.
but when I like came back home from college,
Mhm.
I would bring a chick over to the house, and it's like it'll be like 6 o'clock in the evening.
Mhm.
I'm like, dang, how I'm gonna get her? And that's my question. How I'm gonna get her in the house without having to go through this is such and such? And
Did your family ask a lot of questions?
nah, they didn't. But it's just a matter of having to have that
It
conversation.
just seemed like it would be easy unless somebody was sitting right there.
Yeah, like that's what they were doing. Like they were
Oh.
sitting in the living room. One day I had brought somebody over, and everybody, my mom, my grandma, I think my cousin might have been over at the house. Uh, my sister was in the living room. Everybody was in the living room, and I'm walking in the door with this girl, and I'm like, because they didn't see me walk up because the window in the front. They didn't see me walk up with somebody. I walk in the door. Hey, who is this? This such such. Oh,
I'm
okay.
definitely I'm not that person anymore, but I definitely used to be a whispering that ain't Keisha. That used to be me. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if the young ladies used to hear it or not, but I definitely used to do that for my cousins.
Did you
Mm.
really? That wasn't me.
And I used to feel sorry for my mama as the auntie in the city.
Yeah.
Because my mom would get introduced to all of my cousins' girlfriends, and it would be a different girl from Thanksgiving to Christmas, and probably a different one for the New Year.
Yeah. But I kind of want to give this guy Alvin Gray, even though we're like joking about the actual idea of the nurse that saw the baby on the highway. This dude, Alvin Gray, has directed the nurse that saw the baby on the highway, Risky Business, which I don't know what that is, Senior Cut Days, and sweet dreams. And you know, to produce those things, I'm understanding the process through that. So it's, I mean, like no joke or anything to him and what he's been working on.
Oh my God, he's working on one called "The Rapper Who Got Shot in the Heel."
Is that based off of somebody?
Who got shot in the heel, Tommy?
I don't know.
Meg.
Oh, all original ideas though, you know. But it's just, you know, hey, you're putting content out there and you're producing and directing this content, man. Kudos to you. You're telling stories.
Yeah,
However, jokingly funny we think about it and stuff like that. Hopefully it's good.
hope so.
Hopefully the information that he told is good. Risky business. I'm gonna check that out. I like movies.
I think that's a show.
I like TV.
Yeah, it says TV series that he's done.
Risky.
He did 5 episodes, but I don't know which episodes are his because there's obviously more than 5 episodes. But it's got a 9.9 out of 10 rating.
You talking about him?
Yes, the guy,
Because
Adam.
it's a movie called Risky Business.
Well, I'm on this thing and it says that he did this series called Risky Business.
Oh. Um, Jada got all the stuff, huh?
Mhm.
What was I gonna say? Nah, I started my filmmaking journey
Mhm.
this past weekend too. So I'm making a documentary on my cousin. So I'm really excited about that and having a lot of fun with that. So
Maybe you're having fun
no,
because you ain't
I'm
been able to
having a
view. You
blast.
haven't been able to view the
Right,
footage yet
right.
because
I
you was in
gotta
the
look at it.
hospital.
But I had a blast like starting. So I kind of understand like the process that this guy's going through producing this stuff. So I
Hmm.
gotta commend him on that.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna say that's all I
that's
got.
all I got for this week, man.
Yep.
Been kind of quiet. Hopefully the government doesn't shut down. We will see today.
We'll find out.
I think that's so sour. Like if this basically the leader of the Republican Party is in a conundrum because
To use my Real Housewives of Atlanta words, it's a collusion.
yeah, because basically he's either work with the Republicans and keep his job, but the government is going to shut down if he does that,
Hmm.
or work with the Democrats. He's going to lose his job, but the government does not shut down because it's all about votes. Oh,
Hmm.
one last thing I want to bring up before we get out of here.
Hmm.
Um, did you ever watch that video about that impeachment inquiry?
The black lady that was yelling at people.
Man.
She was like, "I knew you were gonna ask that." Yeah, the government shutdowns don't last for very long. Like we've seen like 4 of them
Yeah,
recently.
which is crazy, man. No other country deals with that, but that's neither here nor there. But let me see, can I find the video so I can come up with her name? They just be in there coughing on each other.
For no reason.
Lily be making it up,
Yeah. He might call for real and then she'd be like, hold my juice.
right? Um,
I think you might have sent it to me on Instagram.
possibly. I don't know where I sent it to you.
It's not really important.
It's not, but yeah, basically they did an inquiry on President Biden and what happened. Um, they knew it was a joke,
Hmm.
and the I always get the government thing. The senator, right? Anyway, the lady, like basically told them off. I'm doing a horrible job of telling
Yeah,
this.
I don't know why we're doing
Yeah,
this
I don't know,
because you're
but
not ready.
check it out. That's all I got to say. Check it out. It's Saturday. The sun is out. I'm probably gonna go cut
Sort
the
of.
grass today and listening to some Outkast or some other music. Well, I got a book to listen to. Probably listen to that. But yeah, go enjoy your Saturday, enjoy your weekend, watch some college football. Tennessee plays today, so if you don't have a team to root for my team. And yeah, that's all I have, man. Love you guys. We thank you guys. and have a great weekend.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.